Y'all, this is Marley K. Hope everybody is well. I got something I want to share with y'all, but everything is starting to make so much sense. I'm gonna share this video with y'all and then we'll talk at the end.
Welcome back, everybody. May 2nd, 2024. Check this out. Eastern Texas and parts of western Louisiana completely flooded right now. Some areas getting 3 inches of rain in 1 hour. Take a look at these radar anomalies shooting in this direction clearly as the system moves from west to east. Absolutely rampant. We have cross beams here in Alabama. The Carolinas are still going off. There's some sort of military exercise going on around the Carolinas that I'm still trying to figure out. But let's focus here for now. Let's move into current time. We can see those radar going absolutely nuts from multiple states in the southeast as this system passes into Louisiana. The bulk of this now is moving into Louisiana. Look at this, over 3 inches of rain in some areas within 1 hour. As you can see here, over 3 inches of rain within 1 hour in multiple places. You could see here in northern Louisiana, very much the same situation. And if you look here at this tweet I put out yesterday at around 5 p.m. Eastern time, you could see this is exactly where we said this heavy rain would go. The heavy rain and flood watch in eastern Texas moving into Louisiana, and then all the tornadoes yesterday were along this line here as we actively followed these pulse waves coming from the radar towers, which we have been highlighting all throughout this system. Multiple towers at once have been hitting these areas, charging up the atmosphere, so once these systems do hit, we were able to see where these storms were going to be the strongest. You can almost follow these wave lines all the way to the most severe of the weather. This was a clip we put up well before the storms the day before yesterday. We could see all the frequency waves coming from specific towers, which honestly at this point can no longer be denied. There are no gravity waves up by this system here. There were no pulse waves in this northern system, which seems to be being left alone, but down here we are getting pulsed like crazy. So for people telling you that these waves are there for every system, that is completely false. And we could see here right on the mosaic chart that this area was manipulated right before the system got there. Everything you need to see is right here in this video if you know what you're looking for. My friends, this system is not over yet. We're gonna have a long day for Louisiana, even Arkansas, and other parts of Oklahoma as well. We got to follow this system and keep an eye on the one to the north, but just understand what you're seeing here. That's why I want to get this info out to you. Sorry I didn't have a video last night. I got home super late, but this is super important. The flooding and high winds are just as important and just as dangerous to the ground as any other type of storm. Flooding is horrible. If you go back and look at my tweets from last Thursday, you will see that each and every one of these serious situations was predicted and projected, while the mainstream meteorologists were talking about how they've never seen anything like this in their entire career. That alone should tell you something. And also the storm chasers, all of them saying that they have never seen anything like this in their lives. I want you to think about this for a second. A tornado spun in the opposite direction with winds exceeding over 200 miles per hour. That just doesn't happen. I think it's less than 2% of tornadoes even form spinning in the wrong direction. And this was a different type of phenomena. This was absolutely created and aided from an existing system. Some of these images are absolutely incredible. Once again, if you know what you're looking for. In fact, this situation broke into a double tornado, one spinning in one direction, one spinning in the other direction. So total chaos and total disregard for normal weather rules. Not only that, but take a look at Nevada. Right around when we had these pretty big earthquakes in California, we had some serious frequency pulses going on from Nevada. These are two main radar stations that are heavily guarded. And I guess it's just a coincidence once again that these beams are going off while significant earthquakes are taking place in California and surrounding areas. I would be on alert for any sort of random fires as well. All right, my friends, that's what I got for you for now. Please stay safe if you are in Texas, Louisiana, or the surrounding areas of these storms. They are
All right, y'all. This is insane. It's a data point for sure, but this is insane. All the things that we got to navigate. Just looking at this, and you could talk to people until they're blue in the faces, and they just still will not believe this. Um, you know, I'm so appreciative to all the people who are in their lanes, on their watchtowers, blowing the shofar, warning the folks about what's coming. Um, there are some people who aren't even believers, but the word says that the Most High will pour out His Spirit among all flesh. I mean, even animals, everything is telling and like, hey, wait a minute, something happening, something ain't right. Like there are warnings everywhere. Like people are seeing stuff, and it just goes to show you that the adversary is not as cunning as his helpers make him out to believe. Like we can actually, those of us who are awakened, you can see the deception. It's like it just, the Most High puts it in your path to see it. And each of us have a lane that we are to operate in or work during this season. And we all have our own gifts. Everybody has a gift, and everybody has a way, or should have a way, to contribute to this awakening and to this period before trouble begins. And the beautiful thing that I like about this, although a lot of us gonna get in trouble, is that we're not asleep. We can see people are actually watching and trying to sound the alarm, and folks are still not paying attention. And so, this is why when the firmament is removed and there is no more grace and mercy for us, um, wrath is coming, and the Most High is not going to have any issue uh, destroying the things that He needs and wants destroyed, because people have had an opportunity to see and to look and to find, and they just chose not to. The adversary having devices to control the weather, like we knew it, but seeing it in action, it'll just all make sense. It makes sense why now they are spraying the skies all the time, seeding the clouds. It makes sense that we're having earthquakes in all these different places. Doesn't matter if it's man-made or if it's the Most High, but is the point is that it's happening. So biblical prophecy is being fulfilled. Um, the volcanoes erupting, the floods, which will eventually cause famine because crops are going to be destroyed. You think about the cicadas and all the things that are coming out of the earth, pestilences that are eating up crops. You think of all the diseases and viruses that are out here that they've created and have weaponized, tailored for certain racial and ethnic groups to take them out. Like there is so much stuff that is going on. It is insane. It's just insane. It's just really difficult to fathom that we be living in such a time where we could actually see this stuff happening. And is it that we can see it, or is it that they're sloppy? Is it that the Most High is allowing us to see it or wanting us to see it so that we can warn people? Like, what is it? Is this a sign like, hey, they sloppy? They could do some stuff, but they ain't gonna out James Brown me. I'm the man. I'm the G, and I'm gonna show you how it's done. The fire they cause ain't gonna have nothing on the fire that I cause. So, it's just like I was telling you in the other video, and I don't know if I put that video out, but this is why we have to be prepared for all sorts of things. You have to be prepared for natural disasters, and this is why these watchmen have been saying basically that, hey, you need to be prepared for everything. You need to be prepared for earthquakes. You need to be prepared for rains and floods. You need to be prepared for uh, uh, extraordinary tornadoes and hurricanes. We need to be prepared for everything, in addition to all the other stuff that we've been talking about. So this would explain why we're going to have a Category 6 hurricane this year. Never before in the history of hurricanes, but now all of a sudden this year we got a new hurricane classification. Of course we do, because they have unleashed all the bad bads on us. They can make whatever kind of category they want because they can make the weather. Um, Same for earthquakes, just everything, tornadoes, and not only that, the stuff ain't working. The things to notify you that something bad is coming, those things aren't working. Um, so like we're just sitting ducks. We are collateral damage. So you have to understand that you gotta try to prepare as best you can. Not saying that your preparedness is going to save you or spare you, because it may not. Just depends on what these people decide to do to us, depending on where you live. So I just wanted to put this out because I just find it interesting, the timing. And I've been looking at the skies for a little over a year now. It's like, what is going on? Why are they spraying us? What's happening? But the spraying has accelerated because the agenda has accelerated, and so we need to understand we are in the middle of whatever's going on, and we just have to be prepared. We live in the matrix. We don't have any control. The Most High is in control, but some of us are going to have to suffer. Some of us are going to be persecuted. A lot of us are going to perish. A lot of us are going to be displaced and made uncomfortable. We just got to be ready as best we can. So do what you can, when you can, how you can, and just keep watch. And I'm so thankful for all the people who stick their necks out and just be like, hey, this ain't normal. Hey, I've been watching stuff a long time. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Hey, hey, hey. Like, we need that. We need to, um, be leaning on one another because this is all we got. We have the Most High, but that we also have gifts. The Most High is going to work through people to keep us informed, to warn us, to guide us. People are going to be used for those activities. And so I know there are some people who are like, I can't really listen to Gentiles or whatever. Like, I'm just keep it a buck. I get more information, useful information from Gentiles than I do from Negroes or Israelites because we ain't talking about nothing. And if we do, there are some really good watchmen, Negro Israelite watchmen, but there are some horrible watchmen as well. There's so much delusion and deception out here. So we got to be careful. And I'm not knocking anybody who is, focusing on present truth or who's focusing on, solely biblical prophecy. But I do think that you have to do a balance of the two because our reality is what we live here every day, what we see. Those of us who are stuck here in Babylon, we just stuck. We really need to focus on getting out of here. And if we can't get out of here, we at least need to be prepared for what's coming because you better believe they're getting ready to pull a rug from under us and they're going to leave this place desolate. Um, they're going out with a bang and we are going to be collateral damage. So y'all keep watch, pay attention, keep prepping, keep praying, keep seeking the Most High. Look up, for our redemption is nigh, but also look up because it's chemtrails in the sky. They're spraying us with all kinds of stuff, seeing these clouds, and you don't ever know when your community or your state is going to be hit by some of this stuff. So just gotta keep watch as best you can. All right, this is Marley K. Love y'all, and I'm out.